Many people die at 25, but aren't buried until 75. That famous quote from Benjamin Franklin is basically saying a lot of people get to a certain age and just give up. Give up on their dreams, give up on their passion, give up on their purpose. End up coasting through life on autopilot, ultimately wasting their potential. This is the shit that's keeping me up at night. This is the shit that's bothering me. I know I'm wasting my true potential. It's time to stop fucking about, time to lock in, time to climb. Welcome to Climbing My Own Mountain, the Eazy Life Podcast with me, Raymond Hall. I'm Ray. I come from a background of a lot of drink and drugs, bad habits, failed businesses, 3-day benders, and a lot of wasted potential. For the last 8 years, I've been on my own personal self-development journey, and I've come a long way from my lowest, but to be honest, I'm still so far away from being who I know I can be. The reason I'm doing this podcast, it's not because I think I'm a know-it-all, and I've completed life, and I've got all the answers, because trust me, I haven't. This is not Diary of a CEO. This is the fucking complete opposite. This is someone who's failed, but is adamant to win. The reason I'm doing this is because from my own personal experience, I know how much one line or one clip from one episode or one podcast can have a powerful impact on someone's life. I had a really bad come down one day. I was lying in bed, feeling sorry for myself, as you do. I ended up watching the Daniel O'Reilly podcast, Menace to Sobriety. He's a legend. I love Daniel O'Reilly. His story itself is inspirational. But there was something in one of them episodes that I watched that just really fucking hit me. Like really powerful, resonated with me, and made me reflect on how I was living my life at that particular time and my whole situation. And off the back of that, I ended up doing a year sober, which is my longest stint to date. And to be honest, was a massive turning point in my life. What I learned about myself in that year was massive. I did end up going back on the sesh after that year, and I've been off and on it since. It was a few years ago. But still, my relationship with drink and drugs changed in that year. That made me realise how powerful this stuff can be. It also made me realise how much we can take inspiration from other people to better ourselves. I think that's what it's all about. We can't expect to have all the answers ourselves. We need to take inspiration from other people, take little bits from everyone to become the best versions of ourselves. An example of that, I was in the gym a few months ago, Monday morning, 7 a.m. Bumped into a friend I'd not seen for a while, got to chatting. He told me the reason he was there was because he'd seen a post I'd done the previous week about one of my workouts, and it motivated him to get off his arse and get to the gym. And that's what it's all about. I take inspiration from everyone. All different sorts of people I take inspiration from to become the best version of myself. So if this podcast inspires just one person to get to the gym, or helps one person overcome anxiety, or whatever it might be, to start their own personal development journey, then me sat here now doing this podcast is worth it. And this podcast is for anyone, any age. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you're someone who knows you can be doing better, or you can lose weight, be a fitter, healthier person, it doesn't matter how old you are. I was talking to someone not so long ago, same age as me, 37. We got to chatting. Basically said to me in so many words that we've hit a certain point in our lives and it's sort of too late to follow your dreams, or they're basically in so many words they've told me that they've hit the height of their success, so to speak. I had to remind them, we're 37 years old. So we left school roughly when we were 17. That's 20 years ago. So we've had 20 years of our career so far. However, we retire at 67 at the minute. Probably be fucking 70 by the time we retire. At the minute, it's 67. That's another 30 years. So you've got 30 years left of your career. So if this was a game of football, it's not even fucking half time yet. It's not even half time. Think about that. That's mental. How can we be thinking about giving up or that's it when it's not even half time? I don't care if I'm 3-0 down in the first half. I know I'm going to come back and win 5-3. That's the mentality we need to have. If you're 42 and under, 42 is halfway mark between leaving school and retiring. So that's just crazy. But even if you're 50s, 60s, still not too late. It's never too late to reach your true potential. So people saying they're too old, it's just fucking absolutely mental. If Colonel Sanders had have had that attitude, we would never have no KFC. He was 65 years old when that finally worked. Giorgio Armani built his fashion empire, age 40. Samuel L. Jackson, I think, was like 46 when he played his iconic role in one of my favourite movies, Pulp Fiction. Ricky Gervais didn't try comedy till he was 38. Now one of the biggest comedians in the world, my favourite comedian. Gary Vee didn't start doing social media till, I think, late 30s. But I'm not saying that we've got to become a global food empire or a Hollywood movie star or a famous comedian. But reaching your true potential doesn't just mean that. It can mean if you know that you could be healthier, fitter, have more energy, lose a bit of weight, if you can be a better friend, better brother, better sister, better mum, better dad, better boss, better employee. Whatever hitting your true potential means for you, that's what it's all about. The thing is, like, I get it. I get how hard it is. I get how fucking hard life can be. I'm 37. I'm a little bit overweight. Again, I've been struggling on and off with drinking drugs for years. I've got a dodgy hip that I'm in agony with. I've got a 20-year-old shoulder injury, nerve damage. Decided to come back and give me a lot of aggravation, all at the same time as me really trying to get into strength training. And just as things are really getting going for me in the gym, I've got all these problems. You know, I love weed, I love food. That's a bad combination right there. You know, I love a fucking sesh. I've got all these things, all these excuses where I could just be like, fuck, you know. Sometimes I think the easier option is to just, fuck it, take all this pressure off myself, just give up, just live my life. Go for a drink, go for food, get on it. We only live once, all that shit. But I know it might be easy now, but years down the line, it's only going to make life harder. And they say regret's one of the hardest things to deal with in life. So I want to do all the hard shit now to make my life easier moving forward. That's the whole concept behind my Eazy brand. Live the easy life. We've got to do the hard shit now to eventually live the easy life. The hardest part about anything is just getting started, just making a start. With this podcast, I've wanted to do this for years, and I wanted it to be sat down, proper podcast setting with guests. This isn't no new year, new me bullshit. I genuinely wanted to do this a couple of months ago, and I kept talking myself out of it. I was like, oh, I can't do it yet because I lose a bit more weight first. I want to look a bit better on camera. Well, that's just bollocks, isn't it? I thought, well, that's not being real, is it? The whole point of this is I'm going to show, well, whoever the fuck's, I don't even know who's going to be watching this, but whoever is, I'm going to show what it's like when you lock in. I'm going to show my progress. The hardest part of anything is just getting started. There's a quote that I love. I'm not sure by who, but I've seen it a few times. The heaviest weight in the gym is the front door, or the heaviest weight you'll lift is the front door. Something along them lines. Basically saying that that's half of the battle. Once you get to that front door, once you get into that gym, the rest is easy. It's just getting there. I do want to end up having guests sitting down in a bit more of a professional podcast setup, shall we say, but life isn't always work out like that. Sometimes you just need to start. So this is me starting. Oh, and if you're wondering why I've called this Climbing My Own Mountain, it's because one of the things that I have accomplished in the last 10 years is I have climbed a lot of mountains, believe it or not. It become a family thing, hiking with the horse. I'm going to talk about in another episode. There's a meme going around on the internet. What is it? All ex-sesh heads start climbing mountains and then preaching the healthy lifestyle or something like that. Well, that's fucking true because, yeah, that is me, to be fair. But yeah, I've got a lot to talk about when it comes to that. I've climbed a fucking mountain or two. That's why, and I think that relates. I think it's very relatable. I think life is like climbing a mountain. We've all got our own mountains to climb. We're all at different levels of our own mountain. Ultimately trying to reach the summit, trying to reach the top. That's exactly what I'm doing now. I'm climbing my own personal mountain and I'm going to be as real as fuck. I hope for the people that are watching this, if there is anyone watching this, you know, I hope a couple of people start climbing their own mountains alongside me. So yeah, next episode is going to be from hangovers to hikes. A lot of stuff I want to talk about in the future. Drink, drugs, business, failure, life, growth, everything. Because why not? So hopefully I'll see you next time. Time to climb.
Right, Ian, pipe down. Where's it gone? Where's the end of it? It's come out, wasn't tight. Wasn't tightened properly, you twat.